my name is Melissa, and I am going to be doing a retell of the movie 5 Feet Apart. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to go watch it. So this is a retell, so this is not a summary. So if you're looking for a summary, get off because I don't want to spoil it for you. So I'm going to give you a second. Okay, I'm going to get started. So in the beginning of the story, I'm going to be using their real names in the story, but I'll say their names. So Haley Lagerado, Celeste in the movie, she has CF, which is a really bad type of disease that she's been in the hospital for her whole life for. Cole Sprouse, which is Will, and he also stars in Riverdale, so you should go see that. He has CF too, but he doesn't take his CF more seriously than Celeste does. So they meet each other because he got transported from a different hospital to Haley's hospital, and they met each other, and deeper, and they started falling for each other, and they talked to each other. They talked to each other about a lot of stuff. And Haley, she got Cole into doing a medication plan for him to survive, and that just meant she made sure he was doing all of his treatments. So they did, and as you know, it's called 5 feet apart because you had to stay 6 feet apart at all times. But of course, they broke the rules and they went 5. Anyways, but then once they started hanging out more and they really got happy, the night before something tragic happened. It was Cole's birthday, so they had a big party thing for him, and he didn't know, and they cooked and stuff, and they invited Haley's friends, and they got caught by the doctor, and they got in trouble. And the next day, and then there was another character. His name was Poe. I don't know his real name actually. But he was Celeste's best friend. He's always been there for her. And the next day, they did the dinner with Poe and stuff. And then the next day, Poe's known for accidentally pressing the emergency call button. So he pressed it, and the doctor was like, oh, it's probably just Poe messing around again, accidentally pressing it. And he said, Poe, are you there? And he didn't answer. So they went to his room, and he was passed out on the floor. And he died that day. Haley got really upset, and she threw some things in her hospital room. And then Cole came in to try to calm her down, and he touched her. So, of course, she had a big, and she got so mad at him, and she made him get out. So they didn't talk for a day, and then the next day when they started talking, they started hanging out and stuff. And one night she snuck out. Celeste snuck out with Cole, and they went up to see the I forget what they were called. There's those things in the sky, I forget what they're called. Anyways, but she went up to see them with Cole because she's never allowed out of the hospital, so she snuck out. And they were hanging out. They made snow things, and they went on a lake. And the lake was frozen, but Cole told her to get off. And they talked for a while and stuff. And then when Cole got off and he said, okay, it's time to go back to the hospital, I think. And he went down to get his bag and he wasn't watching. And Haley fell in the ice. She fell in the lake. And Cole dug her up, and he got her out of the lake. But of course, he had to give her CPR, so he touched lip to lip, and after a while, she woke up, and he passed out on the lake. They called 911 though, and they got them to the hospital. Actually, when they were out of the hospital, they started searching for her because they knew she was gone. Because a girl died in Jersey, and they had new lungs for her. So when she got back, Cole was like, "No, you need to take these lungs. You're not passing it up." And Haley was like, "No, I'm not doing it." And he said, "If you won't do it for me, then do it for Poe." And he did. And she did it. And a couple minutes later, they were in the hospital room. Cole was in his room with his mom, and the doctor came in and they said, Celeste's surgery went great. Nothing went wrong. She is good. And then there was a few seconds of silence, and then Cole's mom said, "How is Cole's treatments?" And she said, "They're not working." And their treatments are the medicine that they take. It makes them stay alive until they can get new lungs, and which means the treatments weren't working, which means that he was gonna die. So after Haley's surgery, he went and he talked to her, and he put up these lights because she didn't get to see the northern lights, I think that's what they called it, that she wanted to see. So they put like decorations and lights up, and she was really happy. And he told her that he was dying, and she begged him not to leave, but of course he had to. And sorry, I cry when I talk about this. And he had to leave her. He left her because he was in danger to her. So he left her, and he left her a book of all the drawings he made. And at the beginning of the story, like the middle of the story, he drew her, and he put that in the book. As you know, he had like really good drawings. And he drew her, and he drew a bunch of other stuff to remember him by. And he just, that was the end of the story. But there's one special part that they said at the end of the story. That loving touch that you need from someone else, you need that almost as much as you need air to breathe. I'm sorry, I always cry when I talk about this, because it's just really sad, because they didn't deserve to have CF. Okay, well, that was the retell of the story, and you should go see that in theaters. And go watch, if you like Cole Sprouse, then go watch him in Riverdale. Thank you guys, and have an awesome day.